Hello, good evening. Hi. Happy Lanasa, guys. We have Lanasa coming up in 10 days exactly. I'm not really sure if I'm going to be doing any group thing. Honestly, I'm not real sure about that. If I decide to do that, I will let you guys know for show. Okay. Yeah. So all right. So I wanted to set the record straight about something. And I think that this is really important and it really needs to be said. And honestly, I don't have a lot of time to be here because I'm getting ready to, just at the moment, what I'm getting ready to do, what's on my agenda in the next couple of minutes, is to clear off my table. I have been gathering up, sorry guys, all of my decks in the house. I actually just recently found my Santa Muerta deck as well as my Energy Oracle, and then my what is the name of this deck? I think ooh, it's that sexual tarot deck. I think it's the Sex Magic tarot deck. And so I am gathering up all of my decks, putting them on my table, consecrating them, clearing them. I told you guys the other day that I did a crystal grid, and so I've got all of my crystals cleansed, and I'm getting ready to cleanse and ground all of my tarot decks. So that's what I plan to do aside from eating dinner. Um, Interesting. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I wanted to come and just set the record straight real quick, so that we can be very clear. I am here on YouTube. I was never here to meet a man. I was never here to make random friends with random people outside of my genre of what I do on here. I began to make spiritual videos probably about almost 10 years ago, and which led me down this path. My clients, I consider them to be friends. Some of them, it's a business relationship, but some of them, we become very connected with each other. But otherwise, I'm not here to meet a man or any of that. And so this channel is a spiritual channel. This channel is never to get attention from a man, ever. Not ever has it been that. I get plenty of attention. I've always gotten plenty of attention that I've wanted, even prior to coming to. I'm not low on attention. Okay, I don't understand what that is. I think it's extremely disrespectful, and it's based in misogyny. And as a woman, I refuse, as a very strong and powerful woman who is also a witch, I refuse to be a woman that benefits from any level of misogyny, any level. So when you see me on YouTube, it's not so that I can get attention from a man. In fact, I barely take on male clients. Okay. Most of my clients are women. In fact, I would say that the bulk majority are women who are very trusting, who are very loving, who believe in me. I've had a couple of cases where I've had people trolling me, obviously, which that is few and far between because I have built a life for myself and my family because of my spiritual business. I am never here for the fuckery. And even if there is fuckery, because I just recently had to make it known that I was not allowing people to use my image. And I think that a lot of men have to be careful to not piss off the divine feminine, because if you are doing things like that and trying to steal my content, I'm going to call you out. So I'm sorry if any of you males on here are confused about that. When I say don't use my image, leave me alone, I am here for such and such and such, that's what I mean. It's never anything different. Men tend to have a problem with being confused about that because they want to feel as though it's all about them. I am a mother, and the things that I do for the betterment of my children. So youtube.com for me is a place to make a connection, to advertise my business. I can even make a little money off of my YouTube videos through an AdSense check. I am not here because I am in desperate need of making friends or validation from a man. That is extremely insulting to say that to an independent woman. Because trust me, if I want attention from a man, there's dating sites, there's clubs, there's churches, I've even had a few cousins of mine trying to set me up with people. I don't come here for that. So, and I want to make this very clear. So you guys see that I have a haul video scheduled because I have some supplies that are coming. Okay. Things of that nature is why I'm here. I'm not here for the rest of that crap. I'm not. And just to be very clear, if there, you know, I've had my share of stalking and trolling on this website, but I don't think about it. Like, in fact, when I have addressed an issue, and I want to make this perfectly clear for everybody. If you're not listening to me right now, that's on you so that you can understand. If I make an announcement or if I address something, I'm addressing it and I don't want to keep talking about it. I don't want to keep talking about it. In fact, I don't even think about it. I'm not going to internalize a lot of the negative energy of some of the people on YouTube that have nothing to do with what I'm doing here. I'm not going to internalize that energy. So, when I release it, and I've said it, it's released. I don't want to rehash it. What I am saying should not be questioned. If I've addressed something on one of my channels, that's it. If you can't respect that, then I'm sorry, you don't deserve my respect. And a lot of you guys know exactly what I'm saying. I'm not talking directly to you, but I'm making a point clear to a lot of people who are confused, as well as people trying to cause confusion. If there's some kind of issue or problem, and I've discussed it, and I've said what I said, you can't turn it into something different. Stop trying to interpret and twist my words and my intentions. For example, if I say, hey, listen, I am focused on what I am doing here, and that's it. Stop trying to distract me. Stop trying to be a distraction or a problem. And then you try to say, oh, she's saying this because she wants this person's attention. Or you're a liar. You're a liar. You know exactly why I'm saying it. And there have been a few people on here obsessed with trying to control the narrative of a grown woman's life. Okay, and I've never in my life seen people do that. Like, this is a first, and they say it's a first for everything. Seriously. I wanted to make it perfectly clear. So I will be here next week with a haul. Also, in between that time, I will be building my Lanasa altar. So I'll be sharing that. What I am doing on YouTube has nothing to do with someone else's agenda. Stop trying to involve me. There are a lot of males from certain communities that need to show some respect. A lot of them. You need to be respectful. Okay. And when I address something 2 or 3 days ago, it's addressed, it's a dead issue. Don't try to rehash it, spin it, flip it. That's it. I addressed it. I'm done with it. I've put you in a graveyard dirt jar and I'm done with it. Don't try to wake it up through other people. It's not awakened. It's dead to me. It's dead. A lot of y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't try to spin it. Don't try to interpret it for other people. It is what it is. It's what I said it was. Okay. And it's annoying. It's annoying. This is how people keep people in a circle. This is how people keep people involved. This is how people try to control the narrative. I'm not going to stay connected with somebody that allows somebody else to interpret my words or my intentions for me. I'm just not going to do it. So you've been forewarned. Everybody has been forewarned. If you want a personal friendship with me or a connection with me, this is your warning. You can't respect that and you continue to backpedal, then I got to cut you off. Whoever it is that is facilitating the game of trying to shame me for being on YouTube, you're shut down. Quit trying to shame me. You all know why I am here, and you're going to respect that. If you can't respect it, then you have no place in my life. And I don't fall for games and plots and ploys. Okay, there's a lot of people on here, and I don't understand what the obsession is. I mean, of course, a lot of people were trying to energy harvest. They try to keep you edged, very edgy people, you know. Um, I said what I said. I don't want to keep talking about it or arguing about it. You know what it is, black and yellow, for real. You know what it is. You know why I'm here. You know what the dealio is. If you have a problem with my spiritual or religious beliefs, I don't care. Some of these people actually tried to go on a witch hunting campaign. Um, please stop. Because a lot of people that are going on witch hunting campaigns, you got witchcraft in your blood. Your ancestors have already told me. Okay, I'm making this clear as a businesswoman and as a witch. Any of your scams and schemes to try to energy harvest, I'm taking all of my power back. If you can't respect me as a woman and as a witch, then you just have to let go. The little con games and all that stuff is a waste of time. We all know how it's going to end up. I'm not playing any more games with any men and their women or their significant others on this platform. No more. I'm tired of and I'm gonna tell y'all something. There are couples on YouTube looking for energy, and for some reason, Bringing somebody down gives them good energy. I don't operate that way, and we have nothing in common whatsoever. Don't try to bring me down. Today is Thursday. I ain't thinking about nothing negative today. And in fact, let me tell y'all what my day consisted of. When I got out of the bed, I had to address a few things with my clients. I had to do a full-fledged banishing, exorcism, and protection for a client. This work that I'm doing is very serious, and if you are doing anything to cause harm, then you're going to be cut off. If you're doing anything to cause me any harm, okay, it's very dangerous, the games that people are playing. And the lesson that you're going to learn is to stop messing with spiritual people. Stop interfering, because if my spirits ever feel that your presence is dangerous to me, then they will attack you. And I don't like for my spirits to attack people. I don't. Just stop trying me. That's all you got to do, is stop trying me. Please don't try to make it about what it's not. If I address somebody on here that I see as an issue, it has nothing to do with sexual feelings for that person. In fact, if you go by that rule book, I don't go by that with you. Honestly, I believe that a lot of people that play those kind of games, they know that they know the truth, but I feel that it's a con game, and it's a way to penetrate a person's energetic field so that they can take advantage of somebody. Okay. So I am here to do the witchy thing. That's why I'm here. I'm not here to do all that other stuff. That's the reason why if I address those situations, you see that I don't even leave those videos up. I'm not nobody's puppet. Can't nobody control me. I realize that some of these people that are on a very disgusting agenda on here decided that even though other people didn't go for their crap, for some reason they felt that I was supposed to bow down to them, and that evidently I had made a mistake by not being respectful to people that were being extremely disrespectful to me. I don't have to show you respect. I don't. You don't deserve it. In order to receive respect, you have to be willing to give it. Respect goes both ways, doesn't it? Okay. So that's where I'm at. I'm not trying to go back and rehash and become friends with somebody that none of that is going on. If you are somebody that doesn't understand me or know me, then you can stay where you're at. A lot of people assume that other people think like them. I don't. I don't waste time on people that are harmful to me unless I feel that the relationship is worth it. And if I felt that you were worth it, you better appreciate it. Okay. I am extremely resentful of people on this platform trying to make my existence on here about personal gossip and personal crap. No, it has nothing to do with why I'm here on YouTube. That's why I ain't went nowhere. A lot of people on here were trying to use a personal issue that was created they were trying to use a personal issue that was not created by me, but that was fixed by me to try to destroy business and business prospects. And everybody saw through it. That's why you were not able to intercept Divine Services Apothecary, and you never will be able to. Okay. I will continue to work with my gods and my ancestors to stop what you're doing or what you're trying to do. I will definitely do that because in reality, I am the boss of my company. My company was created by Jamila, by High Priestess Jamila, not by anyone else. If you can't respect that, then you must be a lowlife. You don't want to be a lowlife, do you? That's the reality. People that can't respect women in business are lowlifes, especially a lot of these misogynistic men on here. And I've been dealing with people's personal issues that are not clients because they mad at their mama or they mad at their baby mama and crap like that. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Me and my baby daddy broke up 20 years ago. You know, hey, you know, and it just is what it is. I didn't have to stay with my baby daddy to prove nothing to nobody. It was over and I left, and that was it. Okay. So, and again, what this that I'm speaking about right now has nothing to do with my purpose here on YouTube. Yes, I have spoke of personal things because hey, those are the personal lessons that we've learned in life. A lot of the personal things that I've discussed, I have already moved past. Okay, that's just like my children. My children know that I am on YouTube because this is how I advertise my business. It's not the only way. I get a lot of referrals too, but it's a fun way of doing it. It's a very interesting way of advertising. I have every right to be here just like anyone else. And as far as I'm concerned, people need to start respecting that. Okay, I'm not going to be controlled by anybody. There's a lot of trolls on here that want to control people. That's over. Okay, that aspect is over. It's never actually happened. It's never actually happened. You may be able to control the people that are doing your bidding, but you can't control me. No matter what they say, no matter what they do, it still is what it is. Okay, so for example, I had some things that I had to address. Nobody is in my inbox discussing it over and over again. It doesn't need to be discussed. I said what I said. And if you're a male that shares an opinion of a misogynistic, non-spiritually evolved male, then you need to get it together. You need to catch up. You know, I do discuss a lot of my personal goals. Most bloggers do. I'm no different. So, for example, a lot of the things that I am looking forward to, such as getting that lake house built, I think is going to be extremely amazing. Especially, I want the kitchen to look just like the one in Practical Magic. That is the project that I'm working on. Your evil eye has no power over me. Okay. And I mean, really, to be honest with you, it looks like I'm going to be pulling that thing off myself because, we have a lot of people that are stuck on religion and they're not quite ready for my spiritual beliefs, which is fine. So they don't support me. They don't. There's a lot of people that don't support me, but there's a lot of people that do. And if you're somebody that supports me and you're in my life, then you know that you're going to be invited to that house. And of course, I'm going to invite a select group of witches and women that I've met on YouTube. Of course, they're going to be invited to have wine with me by the lake. Of course, it'll be like it's not going to be like an amusement attraction or whatever. Obviously, I'm not going to want certain people to know where I live. And I know for a fact that the few people that I am dealing with, because of what they have invested in me, and I'm talking about a lot. I'm talking about a lot. I'm talking about my investors. I'm talking about real investors, not somebody that bought a cleanse. I'm talking about real investors. If somebody invests that kind of money in you, you know that you can trust them. Seriously. Sometimes I've seen people trust people that they shouldn't, even though they've given them money. I've seen that. Okay. Because sometimes you can trust in the wrong person. I have a tendency to, not trust people that are very obsessive over a complete stranger that they don't know. I'm sorry, I don't trust people like that. Hey, son, um, can you order okay, y'all. So, and I've given people the choice. I have my children. I will always, 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 people were trying to drive a wedge. I've never seen anything like it before in my life, especially complete strangers that they've never met because they feel some type of way either way, you know. I hope that a lot of these people find their way in life, but I wanted to make it very, very clear as to what I'm doing here. And, as far as, yes, sir, as far as what my spirits are doing at this point, is what my spirits are doing is they are, moving me forward. That's what they're doing. Just a big deal all the time, you know. And trust me, people assume certain things. I've heard people say things like, "Oh, she was upset about what I said about her." No, no, you're confused. You're confused. Trust me, you're confused. When you are a grown person that thinks like a grown person, that behaves like a grown person, that pays bills like a grown person, you not thinking about the dirty dozen. That's for people that act like children. And y'all know what I'm talking about. That's childish. I don't care about your opinion of me. I don't care about your opinion of my children. I don't care about your opinion of any man that I love. I'm not sensitive to people's dirty dozen. I'm not. I'm not sensitive to that. I'm a very strong person. I have a Leo rising. I wish most people were strong like me. You say something, oh, I don't think that you should like that person because they're a poopy face. I'm not going to turn against people that I care about, that I know care about me because of the opinion of someone else. Now, I do realize that there have been people that have went that far as to cast mind control spells and stuff like that, and those are not those same people. Those are actually people that felt that they were in competition with me. But I think that a lot of the spiritualists on here that felt that way, I think that they're finding out that that wasn't worth it. Because really, we're not in competition with each other. We may be in competition with the church because the churches and stuff, they want to run everything. We may be in competition with certain entities that, maybe corporations and stuff. But as far as all of us on here, we should give each other a professional courtesy. And I'm not an agent for a larger corporation at all. I respect and support small businesses. In fact, if you are a small business, yeah, I was looking at the craft this morning. And you remember that little shop in the craft that they went into to uh to buy spiritual stuff? And she had braided candles and stuff. She had some really, really interesting looking candles. If you have things like that, let me know. I will buy from you. I stand with small businesses, even smaller channels. I watch some of the larger vloggers. I don't even pay attention to how many views they get. I just enjoy their content. I enjoy the things that they show. People are obsessed and stuck on numbers. There was a time when if you go back and look at my videos, there was a time when my readings would get 8,000 views, 10,000 views, 15,000 views per video. That changed, but it did not change my company. And I think that people need to really start respecting these spirits and these deities. Start respecting them. So regardless to if the views went down on the channel, that still didn't mean that the views went down, but my sales went up. That ought to let you know to believe in witchcraft. Okay, so do y'all understand what I'm saying? Every single real client that I've had, the ones that weren't trolling me, I've had like 2 or 3 troll clients. That's it. But other than that, every single client that I've had, I've had a spiritual connection with them. And it was their ancestors that brought them to me because they knew they could trust me and they knew I would ride with them. Okay. And, much love and appreciation to all of my clients. Okay. And students. I couldn't imagine being a spiritualist on here consistently looking at what someone else is doing. I think that for me, I see that as me being a lot more evolved than some of the people on here because you went the wrong way if you became a spiritualist and you began to watch and compare yourself to other spiritualists. That, my friend, is the 7 of Cups. That means that, first of all, this is something I'm doing, something that I love and enjoy doing. I love it. I never feel burdened. I never feel burdened by the company that I created. That's why I never feel burdened. Anything I create, I don't feel burdened by it. That's just like my children. I created them and I don't ever feel burdened by my babies. Okay. So I don't feel burdened by it. When you start to live like that, when you start to look at it like that, then that means that you're burdened. There have been times when I have came on here and shown people money spells. Because you can tell that people get tight and they get pressed over money, especially some of the spiritualists. So I'll put up videos showing y'all. I don't have a problem with that. For me, I know that listen, I want to see everybody win, except for the people that mean to do me harm. If you're trying to do harm, kill me, create misery in my life, then maybe you need to sit down until you change your heart. That's it, and that's in or off of YouTube. That, like, I don't understand what the stigmatization all of a sudden is with YouTube. Maybe if some of these people would have connected with me and only me to begin with, it wouldn't be so much stigmatization. Can't stigmatize an entire website, just because you took a wrong turn. You the one that decided to take that wrong turn. So, I just wanted to say that. And next week, sometime, we are going to be uh, doing a haul. And then also, I'll be doing a video on my Lanasa altar. We know that the people that want to stop, listen, all of y'all got somebody trying to stop you from accomplishing what you're going to do. Sitting there focusing on them, obsessing them means that they won. You just constantly obsessing and focusing, obsessing and focusing, obsessing, unless you're still in that spiritual war. I am not at spiritual war with anybody on here. That is a false war that is being created for a distraction. If I am at spiritual war with anybody, I already beat them. There's no spiritual war. If a negative, listen, I have enough sense to know that whenever negativity pops up on YouTube, hell, I got to look at my clients and see what's going on with their work. Y'all be totally distracted. I don't do that. Hello, Tramiel Woods. Hello. When I'm not focusing on client work, I am focused on my children. I am focused on my family. I have a life too. I've said, the kind of stuff that I've heard and seen, the people are confused. My children and my family and my loved ones and the clients that I am responsible for, that is who is important to me. If you've allowed some lying demon to convince you of anything else, you need to get some clarity. You need to get some clarity. Okay, seriously. So that's just where I'm at with that. Hit that thumbs up. I will be back in a few days. Unless I decide to do some readings or something. But otherwise, I'll be back next week. If you guys need to reach me, you know where I'm at. I'm always open. Also, another thing, if you're contacting me for a reading, I don't schedule your appointment until you send me a payment. Okay, so I can't put you on my schedule until you send in the payment. Okay, I don't pre-schedule appointments. I don't do that. In fact, my clients know that I don't do that either. So, I don't have that issue typically. If somebody is meant to come to me, they're going to come to me, schedule the appointment. I know how my spirits work. Okay, they don't do all that extra stuff. Okay, I've had people do that, and it's not that I can't help you. It's not that I won't help you. But what that says to me is that you have some kind of trickster spirit on you or something strange about when people do stuff like that. So, I don't think that the person got upset, but I think that they were a little disappointed because they said, well, do you have this time available? And I said, well, yeah, I do now, but that time may be replaced with somebody else. And it was. So if you want to schedule a time with me, you probably the best thing to do is to do it in advance. Same day readings, like just some same day stuff, like within an hour. I do that for some people, but not for everybody. Sometimes it's not possible. And I know it's kind of difficult to be respectful when you see so many disrespectful males out here, people disrespecting me, but you don't make that same mistake. They don't respect themselves. Because like I said, when you have respect for yourself, you're going to show other people respect. Respect goes both ways. Just because you see somebody disrespecting me doesn't mean that I'm not deserving of respect. That person that was being disrespectful doesn't respect themselves. Now, I've been knowing that since I was a child. I peeped all that out when I was a little kid. Because, I think a lot of people, I had somebody tell me last week, because I've had these men running up behind me, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm so sexy. This person was judging me, was standing in judgment of me because of a male disrespecting me. Uh, well, he's got to learn how to show respect. That don't have nothing to do with me, who I am. And let's face it, there's a lot of misogynistic, disrespectful men out here. For me, I just do a love spell on them and keep it moving. I don't cry over it. I don't cry over it. And if it's a male that I want nothing to do with, I just banish them. I mean, y'all, I've been stalked on here by men, and I've said, hey, I'm, working on a banishment. I want you banished. I want you gone. And they'll lie as if they don't know what the word banish means. And see, that's another thing. If you believe in a lie, everybody knows universally that banish means go away. He tried to convince people that banishment, veneme. No, veneme means come to me. Banish means go away. So you got to check your mindset if you believe in what a person says just because they say it. So it's been a lot of and I personally feel that I feel like people have a tendency towards narcissism because they're under certain energies and they'll play dumb and gaslight you. And a lot of these people, they know darn well that I don't want nothing to do with most of these people on here that are supposedly content creators. They know I don't want nothing to do with them, but it's a way for them to gaslight. And narcissists, I know how to fix you. Narcissistic people have a mental illness just like any other mental illness. That mental illness can be fixed. And you have to be willing to fix yourself and admit to the truth. So I don't want nothing to do with somebody. Y'all, and I've been getting gaslighted. And a lot of people will go along with it just because these men are of a certain race. And I'm talking about black. I done had to put curses on people because they tried to get too close to my energy, and I don't want nothing to do with them. Okay. Hope y'all can still hear me. I'm in the kitchen. I personally feel like a lot of these people that are on here trying to take from people, all they got to do is heal themselves. That's all they got to do is heal yourself, and you don't have to take away nothing from nobody. But, when somebody like me tells them what's good for them, they've been told not to listen, and that's why they're going to have dire circumstances in their lives constantly. And I don't have to, it's not my job to minister everybody. Y'all know what I'm saying? Y'all know exactly what I'm saying. It's not my job to minister these people. It's not. They got mamas, they got daddies, they got brothers, they got sisters. Let them go and do what they got to do. I noticed that people, oh, we can't handle this. Let's throw it all on Jamila. No, that's not what I'm here for. And I'm absolutely putting up boundaries with that. I've seen people on here beefing with each other and they be beefing with each other. I don't have nothing to do with it. And then all of a sudden, Jamila. No. Jamila nor my company has nothing to do with that. Please move along. Thank you very much. Not please. I said I am ordering you to move forward. Move along. Move along. Okay. And y'all know, and like people have seen what has been going on, and that don't have nothing to do with me. You see what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with me, nothing to do with why I'm here. Okay. So, that's just what that is. Okay. All right, y'all. I will catch y'all later. Um, I've worked enough for the day. I've done a lot today, so I'm gonna get some rest now. I'll see y'all on I think it's the 25th or the 26th. Because I got some interesting spiritual items that I want to show you guys. So I'll see y'all soon. Okay. Blessings.